A new guardrail recently installed across from the Mauna Kea Visitor Information Station got the attention of those who normally park in the area. That includes many of those who blocked the road here at the crosswalk in opposition to the 30-meter telescope project in 2015. It appears the crosswalk has also been removed. The University of Hawaii is going forward with plans to improve the infrastructure at Halepohaku in order to accommodate the increase in the number of visitors to the mountain. A draft environmental assessment for the project was just published. We spoke with Fritz Klasner at the Office of Mauna Kea Management about the new plan.
Yeah, so there's an environmental assessment that was released on Wednesday to improve ingress, egress, or access to the Halepohaku parcel and address safety considerations. That fulfills both lease requirements as well as the comprehensive management plan mandate that's from the State Board of Land and Natural Resources and Board of Regents to address safety considerations, consolidate and better define the parking. So, all the parking is within the university parcel. We're preventing unintended impacts, consolidating the parking, and defining the parking so that it's safer, easier to access. And then that environmental assessment includes a small greenhouse that would help us grow native plants so that we could restore the surrounding area and both, manage the impact from visitors and parking and traffic, and promote restoration of native habitat in the remaining parcel and surrounding lands eventually someday. Actually, the details of the project would be the uppermost of those two long buildings. One of them would be removed, and the parking lot would go where a building currently is situated. So the bulk of the parking lot is basically remove a building and replace it with a parking lot. And so they're in consolidate the parking and that would at the same time incorporate some existing gravel areas, and it would just allow us to have marked stalls and more explicitly identified handicap stalls and that kind of thing. Right now, it can be challenging for visitors, especially coming up at dusk, to find parking and figure out where the appropriate places are to park. So this will limit access to the appropriate areas. That's a requirement of the lease, of the parcel lease, in a way that's a requirement of the parcel lease, and then define the parking stalls so it's much easier and safer for folks, as well as have designated footpaths so that folks can safely access between the parking lot and the visitor information station. The environmental assessment just came out on Wednesday of this week, and it's a 30-day public comment period, so it closes a month from Wednesday. If folks are looking for the environmental assessment, you can go to malamamaunakea.org. That's our office's webpage, and there's a link for additional information right there on our homepage.